In this video, we are going to learn how to split a balanced string into a balanced substring. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. I have created a playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100, and I will be tagging this video to that playlist. Now let's see the sample input data and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a balanced string like s equal to a string. So what is a balanced string? So basically a balanced string are those that have equal quantity of L and R characters. If you see this, we have 5R and 5L. So the R and L count is the same. So it's a balanced string. So what they are asking us to do is we have to create a substring. So if for this value, if you want to create substring with a balanced substring, right? So R and L should be the same. So here there's one L and one R. And then if you go with this 4 substrings, all the substrings have equal R and L within it. So if you have another substring like, let's copy this value. So if you see this, if I want to do a substring out of this, I can do R and L. If I want to make the substring balance, then I can't cut anywhere, right? So the whole substring has to be a package. So we have 4 R's and 4 L's for it. So the output is going to be 2. 2 substrings we can build. Here, the output is going to be 4. So there are substrings which you can't even split. So in that scenario, if you see this string, you have 4L and 4R. You can't slice anywhere to make a balanced substring. So the output is going to be 1. So this is what the expected output. So how to get this in Python language? So this is what we have to bring in. 4, 2 and 1 is the expected output. So how to do that? Let's do our basic for loop. Let's take the first input variable and then we go with the function grow with data. Yes. So I'm going to have 2 variables. One is for the left, one is for the right. And then I'm going to have a count, which is going to count how many substrings it can create. Now I'm going to read every character from the balanced string. So if I say if the character is equal to R, then I'm going to increment the variable R by 1. If the character equal to L, then I increment the variable L by 1. So if it's balanced, right? If I have 1 R and 1 L, that means R and L count is going to be the same. So I'll check if the R is equal to L, then I'll make sure it's a balanced substring. I'm going to increment the count by 1. So I return the count at the end. If I call this function, I should get the result 4. So how this work? Let me go here. So first it is going to get the whole string and read one by one. Right? So here's hash. So first it will get the first character, which is R. It checks if the character is R. Yes. So it will increment the variable R equal to 1. The next it comes here, is character equal to L? No. And then it goes here, nothing going to happen. And then it checks whether right is 1, left is 0. So it's 1 not equal to 0. So the count is going to be 0. Then it comes to the next character, which is L. It comes and check if C equal to R. No, it's L. So it's a no. And then it comes the next one, C equal to L. Yes. So it increments L by 1. So it's 0. So now L becomes 1. Now R is 1 and L is 1. Right? comes here, the if condition matches yes. So it increments the count by 1 and then goes to the next character. So whenever it gets the R and L getting the same number, then we say yes, it's going to be a matching substring, then bring that count increment, right? So it will get this value. If you want to do multiple test cases, then you use the assert function, right? So we just get this assert function and it's going to work. Even you can make this as a single line also. They go like this, and you can just do the single line of code. That looks simple, right? Okay. Now, if I want to see what are all the substrings, then what you do? You can just have another variable which shows all the substrings, and then you can just have a small check variable which is going to increment every time. So when you go c equal to r, then the check is going to add that character. And when it's going to be c equal to l, again add that character. So every time when you read the character, it just adds to it. Whenever the left and right are same, that means it's a required substring. Then it's a result dot append that check. And then we reset this to chk equal to a blank string. Now, before you return, you just print the result and see what is going to happen. It's throwing a result result dot append. So the result is going to get all the substrings we are going to get. So if you want to go with all the test cases, let's go here and check. So for every substring, we have that breakup here. So the second string got the 2 substrings and you have it here. Third one, you can't break it. So you get the whole string as a substring. So this is the first way of doing it. So here I have left and right. So I can reduce this to a simpler format. Let me take this. How will I copy it? Okay, let me copy it the whole thing and you can just change it there. I don't want to go with this. Now instead of saying left and right, I'm just going to say balance. So balance equal to 0. And I don't want to carry that string, so I remove this. So here, for every character, I am going to say c equal to r, then I'll say balance, you just increment 1. If c equal to l, then you say balance decrement by 1. Now, if you have right, that means you're going one step ahead. If you have left, you're going one step behind, right? So forward and backward, if you come to the same starting point, that means you did the same amount of right and left, right? Basically that one. So whenever you add 1 and subtract 1, you come to a 0. That means you have the equal amount of R and equal amount of L. So instead of saying right equal to left, you say if the balance equal to 0, that is when the count is going to be incremented. Now if you do this, you get the same result. So instead of getting 2 variables, I am going to have only 1 variable and I'm going to achieve what is required. So even then, if you make this as a single line of code, it looks much elegant, right? So more than this, if I have the if and if, right? Basically it's a if and else statement. So I don't have to say if and if. I can basically say if and else. So how will I make it more simpler? I can just say, I can just go with the next approach. I can say the balance is going to be incremented if c equal to r. Else you simply say -1. So if c equal to right, I just say increment by 1. If not, decrement by 1. And you get the same result. So you can further simplify it, but if you know how to do it, just put that in our comment section. And if you want to see the code which we discussed, then you can go to the YouTube channel or playlist. This will be tagged in Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you want to see Tamil version of it, it's a Tamil Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go to this video, in the description part, you have the GitHub link. It will take you to the code base. So this video is going to be the 74th video of the series. So that video will have this link, which got the first left and right approach, and then we have the balance approach, and then we use the single line of code for the balance. You can just say balance equal to balance plus one, sorry, balance equal to balance plus one or minus one, or simply you say plus equal to one, however you want to do it. So you can use this code for your practice. If you want to join the growwithdata WhatsApp channel, there's a link here. You can use this and join growwithdata WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video and thanks for watching.